Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 3 of your online learning. My mom gave me a hard time about not dressing up when I did video recordings and Zoom office hours. So this was my attempt to dress up. I put on a headband, and now we have a little bit more light because I'm sitting by the window. This week, the learning plan is a little bit more confusing, so I thought it would be helpful if I went through it with you guys or for you guys. You'll see my note here at the top. If you have time, these videos are really nice and uplifting, both the Spaniards and the Americans applauding the heroes, the nurses and the doctors and the people that are working on the front lines to help fight the coronavirus. I also found this article interesting about managing your anxiety or even your boredom during stressful times, and it includes information about breathing and meditation and mindfulness. So for those of you who are struggling or not and just are interested, feel free to click on this link. You see here our office hours are below. My apologies again for last week and messing up the office hours. Hopefully this week will work. So there are our office hours. Then you scroll down and here is the link to the video that you are currently watching. This week, Ms. Pearson and I created a border research project, and I'm going to break down for you what you need to do this week only. So the description is, last week you learned about the different types of borders, why they exist, and the different types of impacts. You've also explored various historical and modern day borders. Ms. Pearson looked at the modern day borders, and I looked at the historical border in Germany, in Berlin. Now it is your turn to research either a historical or modern day border, exploring both its historical significance and its impact. So here's your plan for this week. You're going to select a border for your project. You're going to research a different aspect of the border each day. And Ms. Pearson has created a great day-by-day log of what you should be doing. All you're doing this week is turning in your research to us on Friday at 11:59. And I'll explain that further. After spring break, you're going to create a Google presentation and record yourself just like we did last week. You're also going to participate in a Socratic seminar and peer review each other's presentations. For timing's sake and for your own just sort of understanding, you don't need to worry about this week. All that information will come after spring break. I just wanted to let you know what was coming up. So let's go back to this week. We've given you several different options of borders that you can choose from. So if you're interested in the Latin America region, we've given you some options here. If you're interested in the African region or the Middle East, we've given you options there. If you want to do a border that's not on this list, please email us. Email Ms. Pearson if you're in 4th and email me if you're in 1st, 5th, or 6th. Okay. Now, something else to note is that when we do the Socratic seminar in Zoom rooms, you're going to sign up for slots with people who have done borders in the same region as you. And you will have a discussion on your border with other people who did a border in the same region as you. So for example, if you did Mexico, US, and somebody else did Costa Rica and Nicaragua, you would have a discussion with them. But again, the Socratic seminar after spring break, just so you know. So day 1, each day we have listed a breathing video for you. I would love for you guys, before you sit down and really do your work for history or for any classes, to take a moment and to breathe. And you can follow these videos or you can do it on your own. Something else that I have been working on is that if you can sit straight up, put your feet on the ground, and just sort of feel your body in the chair and feel your feet on the ground. It helps you stay centered and grounded. So after you do the breathing video on day 1, which will be Tuesday, as always, Irini has made an awesome video of herself doing research. Now, please note that this research that she was doing was for the Golding trial, but the tips are the same. You will then complete day 1 of the graphic organizer, and each day you will complete a different day of the graphic organizer. You can see the link to the graphic organizer here, and we have broken it down for you. All right, I will come back to that in a minute. I just wanted to bring you to the due dates. And again, the only thing that is due this week is the graphic organizer. So let's see. And then if you scroll down, we've given you resources. Now, these resources are only for students who have decided to do either the Mexican-American border or Israel-Palestine. If you did not choose those borders, then you'll have to do the research on your own. Now, to be clear, if you choose the Mexican-American border or if you choose the Israel-Palestine border, these are just starting points. You still need to do additional research. So that's the plan. What I would like to do now is to click on the graphic organizer so you guys can see what's going to happen each day. Okay, so now we are on the Border Project Research Organizer, also known as the graphic organizer. Please note this is where you're going to keep track of all of your research. You will fill out a little bit each day. Make sure all your sources are in MLA format, and all your sources need to pass the CRAP test: currency, corroboration, relevance, authority, purpose. This organizer is due Friday, April 3rd at 11:59 p.m. So if you're confused about this organizer after watching this video, you have three options. Number one, come to office hours this week. Number two, we have linked the videos that correspond with each day. And the videos I'm talking about are the ones that Ms. Pearson and I recorded last week, or you can send us an email. And don't forget that I modeled the Berlin Wall, and that's an example of what your final product will look like. So day one, the first thing you need to do is you are going to take notes on Irini's video. The second thing you're going to do is just get basic information about your border. What is it? Where is it? Why was it built? And Ms. Pearson modeled a lot of that vocabulary in her first video on borders. So if you're confused, check there first. Okay? That is day one. Day two, this is a little bit harder, so I would recommend spending a little bit more time on this day. This is the part about what impact did or does the border have. Ms. Pearson and I talked about the impact of borders in our lessons. I spoke about it with the Berlin Wall. Ms. Pearson spoke about it with India, Pakistan, and Ireland peace lines. Okay, so you have those videos if you're confused. Please note, for the social impact and for the political impact, there are 3 questions per box. You only need to answer 2. So I'm going to say that again. There are 3 questions per box. You only need to answer 2. Now, for the economic impact, which we think is a little bit harder, you only need to answer 1. Day 3, so that would be Thursday. This is the AS required part, CP optional. Frankly, for me, I would love to see everybody do this because I think it's really interesting. This is where you're going to research an artistic representation of the border. So it could be visual, it could be audio, it could be written. Once you find it, you're going to explain it here. So that's Thursday or day 3. Day 4, that's Friday. That's the day you're just going to make sure everything with this organizer is filled out. That way we can give you feedback on it over spring break and return it to you afterwards. I'm not sure why the video is making those weird things, but I just wanted to say goodbye. We miss you guys. I hope to see you really soon. And please come to office hours. It's always so fun to see everybody. Good luck with this project.